TeacherPlus Portals is now our replacement for Edline, and I'm going to show you how to go ahead and access and get into your Portal Plus, your teacher portal, and show you all the ins and outs. So one of the first things that you're going to see, I'll send you a link to this, but right here is the web address. Notice it's https plusportals.com/KemperCatholic. If you'd like to make a shortcut of that, you can just grab this little lock if you're using Chrome, which they do recommend either Chrome or Internet Explorer are the best browsers to use with this. I'm just going to take that little lock and I'm going to drag it to the desktop and let go, and it creates a shortcut for me right here so that next time I want to go into this, I can go ahead and just double click that and it opens right to that website. So again, that's how you create a shortcut for any website you'd like. Okay, so to log in, you can go ahead and log in the same way you did your username and password for the grade books. And I'm going to use Jenna's for right now because I've been kind of playing in hers. And so here's logging in as her. Okay, and if you notice that when I get logged in here, her classes appear here. If for some reason, and I've been logged in with her before, so instead of seeing your classes here, if you don't see your classes here, you may need to change your password. There'll be a box right here that's going to ask you to change your password. Good news is, as soon as you change it to something else, you can go right up here and change it again back to the original where it was, if you'd like to. So again, so if you don't see these right here, you may have to do a password change. Okay, so these are the courses that Jenna has, and for instance, I'm going to go ahead and pick on this math one because I know my daughter Elizabeth is in that one, and so I'm going to go ahead and click that. And notice I'm under the home and I click math. And as it comes up here, this is the things that you can view. Notice right here where it says class summary, and these words that say test in it, I created those. I'm just testing things out. So right in here, this is where your class summary could be, a short description of your class. Notice that there's tools up here that you can use. You can also create hyperlinks, which means that you can highlight a word and click the hyperlink right here, and you can type in a website and click insert, and you might want to have that open link in a new window. And notice now when I click save, when someone comes in here and they click on that, they'll be able to go right to the Kemper website and see how that works right like that. And notice it opened it in another window, so when I come back here, that's where I was. Okay, so you can put your any links that you normally give kids, you can do that here too if you have a classroom website or anything like that. Homework, you can click add here. Again, I added this test. When you click add new, you give it a title, description, date. You could even choose files here. So if you have a Google Doc, or excuse me, a Word document or a PowerPoint or something you want to upload right here so they have it, you certainly can do that as well. And also any classroom announcements. Here also you can add in details and things of that nature. So different things to just again descriptions and announcements. Okay, so that's all under right now just this first home. Now remember, I'm in one of her math classes. Here I can click on progress. That's coming soon, as you see. I can click on my students and see all my student pictures of our students in this class. And this lovely gal here is Miss Elizabeth Trent, so therefore that's why I'm using her. And when I click on her, do you notice that down below here I have more information about that student? Here's her lovely parents. Her mother's cell phone number is Elizabeth's date of birth. Our address is right here as well. And then here shows you some recent scores because I did hop into Jenna's grade book, and I'll show you that a little bit. And I added in a test score. So I see her recent scores, and then I see her progress so far in the first quarter right here. You notice that other grades don't have them. If she was taking attendance, if we were taking attendance using the attendance tool, that would show up. And same thing, instances are using Administrators Plus. It's sort of the behavior, sort of like the 207. They do that at the high school. I'm not sure if they do it at St. Lawrence or not. So that's where that would appear. Also attendance again. This would show any of her tardies, absences, that kind of thing. Scores shows again the latest scores that have been in this class. I can view the scores down lower. It shows even more detail what those were. Okay, and it also shows missing work too for those students. Again, homework here, I think this is still kind of in the works a little bit. For instance, I can put in a homework, you can add one, and then the kids can download it too. If I click select homework, I chose that. So I think I added that a little bit earlier too in the homework thing. Again, announcements too. If you have any classroom announcements, you can put them in here, or alerts or things like that. So there's lots of places you can put information. Under resources here, guys, that is where you can put links. Okay, so websites. All the websites you had listed in Edline, for instance, you're going to put those here. And you notice when I click on here, again, the Kemper website comes up. I'm just like clicking on that one. So those are all the things that you have then within the class. I'm going to go back up to home here again where we were. And notice then to gradebook. Just like Edline, I can access my gradebook from this link. So it's sort of up to you if you still want to use your gradebook link and this one too. My thinking is you'd probably just want to use this link because you can access everything from it, but that again, that's your own preference. And as you can see here too, I'm going to go ahead and go into that math class, I believe. Let me see here. I'm going to try this one. I think that's the one for Elizabeth's class. We'll see here. Yes, it is. And you notice that I put in a test column, okay, and I gave Elizabeth a score here so I could see how that was translating back into the other portal. And then I could see it too when I logged in as Elizabeth, and when I logged in as myself, these did come across. I could see her grades, so that's good news that all of that's working as well. Okay, and again, you notice that when I click Gradebook, it opened a new window here. So if I want to get out of this, I can click Exit, or I can just X out here, and I'm back to the portal. Calendar. Now this is really neat too. I added this here. You can click New Event. You can put in your event like a test is coming up, over Chapter 2. You can make it an all-day event. Make sure that parents or students see it. You can choose the date here by clicking on the date there, and when it ends, make sure you do that too. And then you can choose what classes you want to include that in. So that's kind of nice. So if you have a math test coming up for all your sections, you can put that in, and that will show up in all of the students' calendar, as well as parents will see it too. And then you click Publish, and then it puts it in the calendar like I did right here as an example. And that's kind of how you see it too on the student parent side. Course request, that is still being developed. Email and messaging, this is kind of nice too. You can, I notice it's not quite up, I don't think, or working exactly, but this shows you any emails that you've sent out to parents. It sort of logs all that stuff for you, so you can kind of keep track of where things were sent out to you. The e-locker is a place again for you to store homework and things of that nature. Again, so if you choose a math class, for instance, and you can choose to put homework in here, or homework hand in. So you can click on that too if there's anything, because kids can submit homework on their side into your class, and then they would show up here, and then you could select and see them. Forms is not up and running yet, and directory, you can find staff and parents as well in here. So that's kind of all the ins and outs as a brief overview. But as we get in and play with this also, please keep me informed of anything you notice or change. And as you see, they're still developing some parts of this. So again, Not everything is up and ready to go, but it's getting there. It's enough that we can open it up to parents. So good luck and keep me informed. Thanks, guys.